So today we are going to do something just a little bit different. Indeed, the one time I didn't check to see if my microphone was actually recording, it decided to do, not record. So this is actually a voiceover, funnily enough.
Welcome, stranger.
And much like previous episode, Air is talking to criminals. And why is she talking to criminals? Because she wants to create upsetting situations in Battania. So this man here, well, she is jesting with him, using her previous talks with other criminals to just gain his favor. And now everything is unlocked. And what that means is that we can incite a rebellion, which is all rather fine and dandy. It costs money, but we don't care. It's all worth it, and we've got so much money anyway. Yep, come on, time to go. Let's do it. Join the rebellion. Oh, the riot, rather. And here we go. We go in, and oh dear, we forgot to put away our shield. And thus makes it a little bit more difficult to swing our weapon, because you can't actually do a lot of shield. Luckily, in such open spaces, swinging the Bannerlord is rather easy, and these foes are dispatched without too much of an issue. All delicious. A tough fight, except it really wasn't. We get a little bit of money back, but nothing that's really worth it. And of course, we are going to go back into Legator to check how it's going, and security and loyalty's all down in the dumpsters. And Creus is under siege, which is a bit unfortunate because, we kind of want them to stay rebellious for a while, but that's what peace does to you. And I was wondering here why there is an army gathering. Indeed, there's no wars going on. None at all. I forgot entirely that we have a rebellion of our own going on. How fun. But of course, Ortesia, we have waited a while now. Been rebellious other places. Shall we see if Ortesia is up for rebellion itself? And it certainly seems like it. 0 loyalty. Ripe for rebellion. Which is why we're going to incite one. For money. And we're going to keep doing that until it works. Because we love it. Lovely thing though. It worked immediately. And like with any good riot, we decide to go ham. Because, well, and this time we actually remember to put the shield away. So we can just swing a ding ding on all these poor peasant looking guards. I mean, these are not guards, right? I don't know why all the guards have just come out of their homes all willy-nilly with no armor on them, but yeah, they are. That was a big mistake. It was in town. Another tough fight. And the town is in crisis, which is absolutely perfect. Oh, and for some reason, Rote was taken by the Sturgeons. I got no idea how or why they ended up doing that, but they did it. And I actually thought that was the Western Empire's last fief, but it isn't. And as we're about to see, Western Empire, yep, they have 3 fiefs. Zionica and 2 other castles, luckily. So they're not out for the count yet, although it's not far off. They're nearly gone. And, well, this is where I noticed that Epicatia is actually, rebelling. And that's what the arm is all about. So, of course, we're going to go up there. And we're going to join in on the fun. Because, rebellions are okay for the enemy, but not for us. We create rebellions for the enemy and quell rebellions for the allies. All in the name of money, glory, and blood. And what are we doing? All right. I actually did not forget to put my weapon back in where it belongs to be. It would be a bit sad if I actually went into that siege without a melee weapon, huh? And now we're at the siege, and we notice, well, there's actually some guy here. If you please shut your mouth. Though we will jest with him because we jest with everybody to make them like us, even though we're about to smack them across the noggin. Of course, we can't actually do any diplomacy with them because that doesn't exist, so we're just going to smash them up. And here we're charging with just about everybody because, the enemy's really not that dangerous, except we realize, well, maybe we won't have the cavalry going because there is a bridge there. So let's just keep them back, have the arrows stand back, of course, and we'll go in and see if we can take care of this annoying guy. And for some reason, the turning of this horse is not great. I don't know. I thought Air's horse riding ability was pretty decent, but apparently not pretty decent enough. Anyway, putting the infantry back just a little bit so that the enemies will fully overextend themselves on the bridge. Get our riders out of there because honestly, we don't even need them. And now the infantry could go in, and so will we. Or Air. Or us and them and Air. There we go. Go on a nice slapping spree ensuring that everybody gets a good, long, hard, blood-quenching taste of Air's martial prowess, which is at this point pretty damn good, even though, you know, she's not really been focusing on combat. But if you focus on relations and money first, combat will come later. At least, ooh, and there we have it difficult to block up and down the guy in such tight quarters, but got a good hit on Air, but not good enough. The Imperial Emperor Crown Helmet seems to check good enough, and everyone else is incompetent. So Air is enjoying herself with a few stabs here and there, even though she really doesn't need to. The stabs are not that great, but, well, it's fun. And where's everybody else off to? No idea. Oh, wait, there's some guy. One guy over there. That one guy we couldn't defeat in the beginning because we couldn't turn our horse. He's hiding up there. Don't know why, don't know how, but now he's gone. And that's what we call a nice, almost flawless victory, although 15 losses is more than we expected. Absolutely, I kind of expected there to be none, but, you know. And here's a guy, he's a rebel, so we'll just take a prisoner. We're not going to get any more experience. Ooh, but look, we might have lost some troops, but we got a gazillion upgrades. 55! We're just checking what we want to upgrade them to, but those are skirmisher riders, and we don't really want skirmisher riders. Not in this army. Why? Why not? Not. You know? Sometimes you just do what you want. Right, with that guy defeated, now it's probably, well, first there's the skill, and oh, actually, we got Mighty Blow. Now you can check it out, we can see how much health we have before we get it, and then afterwards, because it's a real good amount. Ah, that max health increase. That perk is just great. You know, the whole thing is good, because you have movement speed from the endurance attribute itself, and then when you get to the end, it actually rewards you with health. And the better attributes, you know, it kind of just doubles up ever so slightly by giving you a little bit more health with each point anyway. And with control, giving movement speed, it's delightful. You know, movement speed is just one of the most important combat stats, really. Because you can just dodge so much stuff, and people can just chase you down and maul you to death. And yeah, we're sieging down, and there's 1,500 and something against, well, a much fewer number. Ah, yes. Isn't this wonderful? It's a siege on a town with actual brick walls. There's a delightful darkness about it, delightful fires. You know what? This is what I call a proper siege battlefield. And oh dear, there's ballista people. And we are going to go for trying to hit him. And you know what? I actually had I couldn't really see this guy properly. And I still killed him. And that happens a few more times throughout this. It looks like I know what I'm doing, but really I'm just kind of firing where I think they should be because of the lights and such. And I kind of just get lucky. I feel like that's when I'm at my best. You know, not when I'm trying too hard. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So it's sort of like a subconscious ability. Well, that or I need to be recording whilst I'm not talking at all. Then I can kind of implement the skill. If I really have any. Well, I'm moderate competent at the very least, and we're a little bit afraid of the ballistas and the onagers and all sorts, which is why we're not really standing in a big group. Because as you can see there, they will fire at big groups to get big kills. And in the meanwhile, we'll just walk around, try and stay safe, try and defeat the ballista guy, because we know we can. And this time we can see him, we know he's there, and yep, one shot, two shot. Why is he not dying? That second shot was not actually on his body, and there we go, he's gone. And so there's a lot of our guys. Hopefully they're not actually our guys, but hopefully they're just, you know, Battanians. We do have an excessively large force going on, let's be honest, on our side. So they do need their siege equipment to make it feel possible to defend their castle, but the Battanians are on a roll against these, well, they're rebels, aren't they? What are they going to do? The only thing they could do is roll over and die, but they just don't know yet. Here we see, I was actually getting shot by arrows, but my character wasn't flinching. So one of those stats that I sometimes feel like doesn't actually do anything is actually doing something. The whole resisting knockback, I can't remember what it's called, but it doesn't seem to do too much in melee combat usually. But apparently, It certainly does something for arrows, huh? And we're just going to continue to headshot, body shot, kill Rooney, you know, all sorts. Although the headshots are naturally a lot more satisfying, but we will take the kills. Because, you know, Air's not really been able to just go ham with bows before this season. She's really going ham now. Really trying to get her bow experience going. And she is, even if it seems to be mostly athletics. Just because that's how it goes. Look at that. Look at that high number of athletics compared to how high the skill in archery was before. It's a bit silly like that. And here's these guys. Shooting at them is annoying with their shields, but I suppose that's kind of how it goes. You usually just kill the archers as archers. And we killed that guy. Headshot. Wonderful. And you're... Oh! A bridge. Why does it not have proper railings? I don't know. It seems like a death trap for young kids. Don't let your kids play on bridges like this, guys. Look at that! Look at how many casualties. That's all from the bridge, surely. Yeah, not from the onager smashing the entire army at all. No, no. Sometimes it feels like you're not really killing enough people to reduce the amount of casualties every time you get rid of the ballista and stuff. And here we're not getting stunned by our shots, but we do realise we're losing too much health to stand out in the open, damn it. Although we also don't want to go under and get rocked yet. This is why we're not rushing in. And we're also not going up the ladders because the people going up the ladders are getting defeated. So meanwhile we're trying to find some other sneaky kills before hopefully our army breaks through their ranks. Which it does seem that they eventually do, which is fantastic. Obviously now we are running up and about and all over because we really just want to get in there. We want to help, but these stairs are kind of nerfing our movement speed. It's like a movement speed multiplier, which is really low, and they're coming for us. We don't want to get knocked out. We want to come in here and defeat some guys, because we want to stop the catapult, the onager, I mean. That's why we're kind of going to safety to try and extend our longevity in this battle. And someone hits us with an arrow. True Legolas guy. Too bad, but our armies are everywhere. Going in on the walls. But those guys back there are, yeah. Luckily, our guys can stop the rest of it and finish off the enemy. They retreat to the keep, but it was a total victory. And thus, the rest of the troops can just be sent, and it is, wow, victory. Pretty good for, how easy this was, right? And everyone, for some reason, is just so happy about Air's contributions. I suppose considering the small percentage of the troops given in this battle, her contribution was pretty high, which is great. Get some free troops to replenish our losses, some prisoners, a few upgrades, all solid. And now Epicatia is no longer rebelling. So we'll just sell some stuff, get some of our money back for, well, inciting rebellions. And, we're not getting it all back, but most of it. Well, at least for one of them. Ah, isn't that wonderful? Even get a bow perk. Ah, yes. And the one we're going to end up choosing here is the one that has 2 bits we can actually use. One of them has an ability for governor. Yep, no, we don't want that. We're going to grab the one for party leader because we are never going to be a governor. Because that's crap. And, even our followers get some stuff. How lovely. They get some new perks that they can use. Charge damage. It's not really too exciting, but speed, movement speed, damage is great. Oh, and look at this. Patches the Butcher with a spear and no polearm skill. Well, we'll try and help him out with that. So there you go. And now what? Epicatia is sorted. No wars are in sight still. It's a bit blurred. Yeah, these guys got rotate, I guess. I mean, Oh, and look at that. Rote's actually under siege again. Good for them. Good for those Imperials. I mean, Garrios, despite being stupid and having given us his shit because we caught him, you know, he's still our friend somehow because we're too charismatic. Enough of that. You see here, these 3 towns? Well, they are places that are under Vlandia's control, and look at that. The Ortesian loyalty is still garbage.
Good.
But we actually want to set up shop here somewhere, sometime. So we're actually going to gang trial this lady. Because then we can befriend her. Oh, an epic battle in the rain. Come on, you. Let's do proper battle. Epic duel. Woohoo! Of missing, slow swings, and... Oh, well, there we go. She was no match for air. Too bad. An opportunity. And we shall take the good relations. Because we can create a network here. A network in the Vlandian lands. Because if we can't go to war with Vlandia, we will do an underground war with Vlandia. With these 3 towns that aren't really in Vlandia, but are in a nice row. Because do you know how you gain fiefs in this game? The lords like to give fiefs to the person who has fiefs nearby anyway. Because imagine if you have a fief on one side of the world and a fief on the other side of the world. Handling both of those lands at the same time is kind of difficult. But if they're close together, it's a lot easier. So we are setting up our criminal roots in all of these towns. Because we may want to own them all. Now they're going to be garbage because of all the rebellions and the wars, but if we have multiple of them, maybe it's fine. And this guy doesn't want to speak to us anymore, but we have a reference and it's nearly there, so we're just going to force a tribute, which isn't going to be too difficult. Not with all of our guys here. And we are going to go smash, and we just realised, oh wait, our Nablian is not here anymore. Not that we needed it. Yeah! Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. And there we go. Ho ho ho. Now we can gang trial this man as well. Maul. We do them all because we want two-handed skill and we like two-handed weapons, and the maul is just fun and good and games, isn't it? Ah, this time there's no rain, but this man, we will get him. Oh, we didn't crush through. We were kind of expecting to crush through because we've done that before, but yeah, okay. I was going to say this guy was pretty skilled, but in the end he wasn't really. Maybe he was, but not enough, clearly. Relation is important because we still just want to befriend everybody. We don't want to, you know, create our criminal empire just yet. Though that is something we could do. In all these. Maybe even Charas. I mean, it's right on the row, on the money, but no, we're not going to do Charas just yet. First, we're going back to Ortesia, calling the lads to get us in, and, well, there's no followers in there. Actually, you know, if we are wanting to control all these towns, we are going to need some followers of the right culture. Ortesia is imperial, so we're going to need someone from the empire, and Legata is as well, and actually Kuyaz is Azerai, so we may need an Azerai guy if we don't. I'm not entirely sure what we've got, but worth considering as we go around and about our business. But yes, enough of that. Kuyaz time! That place, I do not believe, has been rebelized yet. And we're just grabbing some decent Imperial troops on the way because Imperial troops are pretty good. And so is variety. And we're arriving at Kuyaz. Good stuff. We already know the guy here, so he's going to let us in. But the loyalty is pretty solid, unfortunately. You know, well, it already rebelled, and they already retook it, so of course. But we haven't fully befriended this guy, which we will do now. So we can indeed duel him, become his buddy. And we were going to do the mall here, because we've already done them all twice and we like them all. But then I thought, no, let's not do them all. Let's do throwing knives. That's a lot more fun, isn't it? I think it might be. Fight! And here we go. Daggers! The most skilled of weapons. A most epic battle is to ensue here. Just, you know, standing, moving, throwing. All extremely exciting. I know this is a voiceover, but you have to believe me when I say I was extremely stressed and very worried and afraid that this was going to be a dangerous and close, risky battle. I'm lying. I had this demeanor the entire time. It was pretty funny. I just felt so silly. Oh, relations are important. Yeah, even though we humiliated him, he still thinks we're A-okay, which is great. And we notice there's a tournament here, which we will decide to engage in. Why? Well, I mean, we are wanting to get this town at some point, so why not, right? But, yeah, skirmisher horses, tournament. Ugh, not our favorite. So we're gonna just do what we can to try and get rid of these skirmishers, and wow, he's already gone. Neato, biscuito. And here's a guy with a throwing. Oh my god, even though it has no throwing skill, that guy was demolished. Oh, speed-based damage increasing is just too good. I mean, yeah, if you hit something like that, it's going to do good damage, even if you're not skilled with it. And now it's just us and our buddy. The Trekker Man. I think it's our guy at least. But, you know, what we thought, it's always really annoying to chase guys on horses, even within the range stuff. So we're just going to do this. And I'm thinking, this speed's not long enough to get this guy off. Yes. Yes, it is. And we're going to bet some money, continue, and yeah, free-for-all. Much better. Especially because, you know, everybody's on foot. Not riding around like monkey men bagadugas. Swing and a miss, swing and a hit. Oh, look at that. Powerful foes. It was actually Durthert. Durthert himself. The man, the legend, the king of Landia. The Bannerlord. And we slapped him up where, you know, all the way up. Do you know what? That's what's kind of funny. We got into this town through crime connections. We're not supposed to be here. We are wanted criminal with the most crime rating you can actually have in an entire kingdom. And we're fighting Durthert in the tournament. We shouldn't even be in this tournament. Why are we allowed in this tournament? We're a wanted and known criminal. And they're just letting us beat up Durthert in a tournament. It's hilarious. Yeah, go away, follower dude. It's not your time. We're actually focusing on Durthert, who is going to be in the final here, which is great. I mean, it's hilarious. Beating up Durthert for free. It's just everyone's dream, isn't it? He actually has cool armor on though, and he's a good sport about it. Taking these spears to the chest like a champ, and down he goes. Poor Durthert. Good show though. I'm proud of him for trying. Of course, we win this tournament and get prizes and get renown, even though we snuck into this town. And you know, we're rubbing our way into the keep, and we're just gonna go say hello to Durthert, because why not?
Stranger. Peace to you. What is your name?
He doesn't even know who we are until we tell him that we are heir. And he tells us who he is, of course. King Durthert, we know. And he knows our name, but only because of the tournament, not because we're a wanted criminal. Hilarious. And you know what? I had the craziest thought. This dude is smiling at us. Should we befriend King Durthert? All the way up to 32 relation with him, even though we're his most wanted criminal. And now we're checking if he was our friend, and he is unfortunately not our friend yet. Yet being the key word, because we are going to befriend him. We are checking where his family is now. Do you know why we're checking where his family is? Charis, huh? Because if we butter up his family, we butter him up. And do you know what that means? That means we can get Durthert as our buddy, guys. And we're going to Epicatia on the way because, you know, maybe he'll have family members there too. At the very least, there may be people we can talk to in here. Get people to get us in, bribe our way into the keep, and well, there's 2 people. This person absolutely hates us this weekend. Absolutely, but we'll joke with her, and she hates us a bit less. Still a lot, but, you know, we can befriend them all. Every single last one of them. So when we finally go to war with Landia, well, everybody's just going to be a turncoat. Everybody's going to look at air and think, whoa, the Battanians are worth it. And they're going to be right. A few more Imperial troops. because variety is the spice of life. And, well, a few perks to grab. And I didn't read these quickly enough, or well enough to start with, but the one I did read was that, in fact, you could get double renown from tournament wins. You know, when I saw that part of it, then I'm like, why would I pick anything else? I do tournaments. I want renown. I want to be the most renowned woman in all of these lands. Yeah, of course then. And we're here in Charis. We're going to call some names to get us in. Nice and easy. Gang trial. We're already set up in Charis, mate. All good. There is some dude in here we're not interested in. He's not going to be what we want. And we bribe our way into Charis. And what do you know? There's lots of people from Durthoot's clan. Which means, oh my gold, Durthoot is gonna love us. And peace to her.
Yours is not a fate.
Yeah, it is now. Now you is a legend. And look at that, 99 with a Maroc. What does that mean? That means Durthoot has heir on his friends list. 99 relation. We are best buddies with Durthoot. Oh my god. And do you know what that means? That means we're setting up shop, a criminal empire. We are sowing the seeds of our tendrils throughout the whole place. And we are also befriending him. We are setting the stage for Vlandian annihilation, but we have entirely befriended its leadership. What does that even mean? That means when we're setting up here, we're gonna create our gang, our criminal powerhouse, and we're gonna take the entire kingdom out from under our now good friend. He's never gonna see it coming.